Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears as Anno 117 Pax Romana demo is out right now. I've played the demo and have a few tips for you, some thoughts on the difference between the two regions, which one should you play first, and my first impressions. First things first, before you even download the demo, know that it'll take up 94 gigabytes of your precious hard disk space. The demo itself is around 40 gigabyte. I guess welcome to modern gaming, huh? I wonder how large the final game could be. Anyway, the demo gives you two regions to play with, Latium and Albion. Latium is closer to traditional Anno, not exactly Anno 1800, since this is after all set in ancient Rome. But if you played 1800, you'll feel right at home here. I'd say if you're new to Anno, start in Latium. It's simpler and a good way to get used to the basics. If you're an Anno veteran, skip Latium and dive into Albion. It's a lot more challenging, the production chains are more complex and the culture plays differently. I'll get to that in a bit. Now, if your PC isn't top of the line, I'd recommend disabling the dynamic day-night cycle. It looks fantastic, but I notice frame drops when the lighting shifts at dusk or dawn. Lock the time at noon. I think this gives the best performance and clearer visibility overall. This feature is completely just a cosmetic thing, so it has no effect on gameplay mechanics, so just turn it off. It's quite a demanding game, but even on very high settings that I'm running here, I found it playable. But yeah, this is a city builder. You don't need 120 FPS to place warehouses around your city. The demo limits you to 1 hour per session. Once you start the region, the clock starts ticking. My advice, if you're new, play through the region once just to get to know what buildings to produce are what. After that, crank the in-game speed to max. You want to progress as fast and do as much as you can, so this doesn't affect the 1 hour limit, so you'll get a lot more done. When it comes to building, remember warehouses do have a cost. Group production buildings together, so one warehouse covers a bunch of them. If you scatter farms and production buildings everywhere, you'll just waste money building extra warehouses just to cover one stray farm out in the outskirts somewhere. Optimize your logistics of your city this way. Visually, the game looks stunning, more organic than Anno 1800 thanks to the diagonal roads and buildings following the terrain. There are, however, a few graphical glitches I've noticed with building placement on slopes. It might look odd at times. There weren't that many, but I've noticed a few. I've seen this in this demo, but this isn't the final release, of course. Also, do note that the demo is limited to second tier citizens, so there's no reason to actually make the second tier citizens happy other than just, being a nice person, I suppose. If this is your first Anno game, basically the basic housing houses the lowest tier of citizen that does the labor intensive jobs or farming. To get more complex goods, you will need more skilled citizens. Second tier citizens are upgraded from the first tier. The new thing in Anno 117 is religion. So once you've built the religion focused building, in Latium I think it's called the Sanctuary, you can pick a patron god which imparts some bonus. Some other gods can be unlocked through research. Apparently, you can change your patron god too, so you're not stuck with any of them, which is convenient. Patron gods will definitely be a strategy for advanced players to further strengthen their city on what they are prioritizing at that specific moment. The thing I felt was a missed opportunity here was you still pick a Roman patron deity when you play in Albion. I mean, I understand why you are a Roman governor, but it would be cool if you'd be able to change your religion or something, which unlocks a whole new collection of gods. But no, this game is about playing a Roman governor. Now for Albion, this is where you Anno veterans would want to try your hands on first. This is quite different from Latium, an entirely different culture, different citizens, buildings and goods. The game says this is a more challenging experience, oh and yes it is. Albion introduces the marshlands, a new terrain type where you'll produce or rather collect unique food and wheat production. Connecting paths through marshes uses up timber quickly, so you've really got to plan ahead where you're going to place them on this marshland. When you reach tier 2, you can pick Romano-Celtic or Celtic culture. I went full Celtic and things got harder fast. More complex production, the space really got cramped as more goods, which means more production buildings, which means I need more workforce, which means more houses. You get the point. The quest to find more space was constant. The Celts can produce goods that the Romans love though, so trade could be a good option here. It could be a good money maker. One thing I noticed, the performance in the Albion playthrough is a tad bit worse than Latium. The map looks gorgeous. I believe it has a bit more particle effects like fog, and it's always rainy here, and the marshland has a lot more detail than what you regularly or normally see in Latium. Just like in Anno 1800, money management is tough early on. You'll probably bleed cash until your citizens upgrade. Pausing production or prioritizing certain chains helps. Trade too could make you money if you've got the time for it in the demo. I didn't manage to build any military structures in the demo. They do require higher tier goods like robes, which I just couldn't get into in this 1 hour demo. But did you manage it? Let me know in the comments. Did you speedrun the demo? Did you start in Latium or Albion? And which did you enjoy more? Overall, I like what I've seen. Anno 117 Pax Romana feels fresh with its Roman setting, religion system and cultural twists. I think Albion brings a fresh new experience to fans of the series. I mean, it's not the moon, but it's something different in a game about Roman cities. Anyway, I don't do as many videos on city builders, but I do have 1 or 2 upcoming videos on this genre. So if you like this video, maybe you could hit that subscribe button. Thank you! And since you're here, why not check out this video where I talk about the best and the worst Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War RTS. It's perhaps a bit more intense than Anno, but it's a great classic game that has also got a remaster recently. Check it out. Thanks for watching and farewell noble friends.